in their deepest way, as is their custom, of the Baal Shem Tov, that holy one. And in fact, the Magid of Kozhnitz brings there, for example, and Rabbi Pinchas of Koretz also brings it in Imrei Pinchas in two places, a similar parable. There is a king who has a kingdom, he has subjects. He is in his palace, sitting in his holy chamber, so to speak, and it is impossible to reach the king except for the great ministers, only the king's sons, only the ministers of the kingdom. They are the ones who can come and approach to speak with the king. Even a simple person who wants to reach the king, and after a long time wants to reach the king, he must go through a lot of protocol and many procedures and prepare himself a great deal in order to dress in pleasant and beautiful garments, to honor himself, to bring a gift, and to prepare himself a lot so that he can reach the king. Not everyone can just approach the king like that, enter the palace. It requires much preparation, much physical preparation, mental preparation in order to reach the king. But when the king is in exile, when the king is at war and is in captivity and he flees and is in exile, then anyone can come to the king. Anyone who wants to draw near to the king, anyone who wants to reach the king, anyone who wants to cling to the king succeeds in reaching the king. The king has no home, the king is in exile, and anyone who wants to draw near to the king, anyone who wants to cling to the king can come and approach the king. At this time when he is in exile, this period, the 3 weeks, is the time when the king is in exile. The Holy One, blessed be He, has no home. We are in exile. The Divine Presence is in exile. Anyone can seize these days to draw near and cling to the Holy One, blessed be He. You don't need a lot of preparation, and this is the first day of the year that requires prayers. Prayers are needed, but you don't have to stand for hours in prayer or prepare ourselves or immerse and all those things. From our sorrow, when we share in the King's sorrow, when we participate in the King's day, we can cling to the King. Let's delve deeper into this later. There is a Gemara, a well-known Gemara in Tractate Bekorot. There is a well-known Gemara in Tractate Bekorot on page Tafchet, side B, about the elders of Athens. The Sesa, the elder of the house of Athens, asked Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi. The sages were always with the king. The sages were always there. The sages of the nations of the world, the kings of the nations of the world, would come to challenge and test the Jewish sages, the wisdom of the people of Israel. They were always trying. The people of Israel, the sages of the people of Israel, the elders of Athens, brought Rabbi Yehoshua ben Chananiah. He was a great sage. The Gemara, in several places in the Talmud, explains that he was very close to the royal court. If possible, just this, because all of this, if it happens, the approval will be delayed for you. So, since I can't finish this quickly, I highly recommend it. They brought the young man 2 fresh white eggs. They brought her 2 eggs, and they asked him, which egg came from the black hen and which came from the white hen? Which one came from a white chicken and which egg came from a black chicken? That's how they asked him. What did Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi do? Who knows the continuation of the Gemara? He brought them 2 cheeses, and said to them, you tell me, which cheese was made by a black goat and which cheese came from a white goat? You don't know. That's how the Gemara apparently ends. There are a few more stories that the Gemara brings there, the questions they asked him. And in order to understand this, and after all, everything our sages say has depth upon depth. Every statement of our sages contains depth upon depth. Everything is the secrets of the Torah and the profoundness of the Torah. So, what is the matter with this story of Saba of the house of Atun, where they asked him about 2 eggs, white and black, 2 cheeses? What is explained in this? Now, those who really explain this, all the commentators there clarify these matters, especially the Maharsha. The Maharsha, our teacher Rabbi Shmuel Eidels, really goes on at great length to explain there, a very extensive explanation, this Gemara, this story about Rabbi Yehoshua ben Chananiah, and for almost every question they ask him there, he explains what the depth of the matter is, and there he discusses the issue of the 2 eggs. He says, 2 eggs, that's an egg. The Gemara says there in Tractate Bekorot, page 21, in the Mishnah, that it takes 21 days for an egg until it hatches, until it cracks open, when it comes out, when it hatches. Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi says 21 days is 21 days. The Maharsha says 21 days is 21 days. We have 21 days in the year of Bein HaMetzarim. From the 17th of Tammuz, the 3 weeks, from the 17th of Tammuz to the 9th of Av, and 21 days of Bein HaMetzarim, from Rosh Hashanah to the following year. The days of awe, the city of the tailors. So they said to him, we have 2 chickens, 1 black, 1 white, and there are 2 eggs. He says, there are the days of Bein HaMetzarim, which are days of sadness, of the Shekhinah in exile, the destruction of the temple. We are in distress that the Holy One, blessed be He, its radiance has departed, its splendor has departed. There is sorrow, there is darkness. The Holy One, blessed be He, is not with us. Suddenly, a month later, we have 21 days in which we rejoice. Reign over the entire world in your glory. Let the whole earth be filled with your honor. Let every being know its maker. a revelation of His blessed kingship. So decide. They are joking as it were. What is it? Decide. Is it joy? Is it a white chicken or a black chicken? What is the point of this? Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi says to them, let's not get into their reasoning now about the cheese and the goat here, he said there, but he explains, we have these two eggs, also the eggs, also there. It's impossible to tell the difference. He says, in truth, you can't tell with this egg which one came from a white chicken and which one came from a black chicken. The explanation is that these two eggs, that's all. These 21 days and those 21 days, it's 21 days. They're all white eggs, that's all. Everything is for the best. Everything comes from the Holy One, blessed be He. And everything that comes from the Holy One, blessed be He, is all good and it's all a revelation of His light. And even this period of Bein HaMetzarim is also an exalted time and also an elevated time that one can grasp and one can connect to the Holy One, blessed be He. Surface level, this seems from a black hen through difficulties, or a white hen during elevated times like the high holidays. Yet the work during Bein HaMetzarim and Rosh Hashanah is identical. Both allow one to draw closer to the Holy One, blessed be He. There is no difference because in truth all is the Holy One, blessed be He. Anyone who connects with and crowns the Holy One, blessed be He. During these days of Bein HaMetzarim, revealing His light merits crowning Him on Rosh Hashanah. As noted in Divrei Torah in the section, He who establishes a house. Whoever mourns for Jerusalem merits to see its rebuilding and its joy. Those who connect with the King during this time will be connected and close to the King when He returns to His faithfulness. And essentially, this matter is the matter of connecting with the Shekhinah. The Shekhinah, we see that the Shekhinah goes into exile and the Shekhinah is in distress and we need to attach ourselves and draw ourselves closer to the Shekhinah. What in essence is this concept called Shekhinah? We see Shekhinah, we say Kudsha Brichu Shechinte. What is this matter of the Shekhinah? Could you please explain the deeper meaning behind this profound spiritual concept that is commonly referred to in Jewish tradition as the Shekhinah, representing the divine presence of God on earth? So essentially the light of the Holy One, blessed be He. The entire world was created by the word of the Holy One, blessed be He. By the breath of His mouth all their hosts. In essence, the whole world is the speech of the Holy One, blessed be He, and a revelation of the Holy One, blessed be He. We have no grasp whatsoever of Hashem, may He be blessed. We have no comprehension of Him. As the Rambam says, everything we say about the Holy One, blessed be He, is only in the negative. When we say He is wise, it means there is no deficiency in His wisdom. When we say He is mighty, it means He is not weak. We have no comprehension of His essence. May He be blessed of the essence of the Holy One. Blessed be He, what He actually is, to define anything about divinity. What are we talking about? About His ways of conduct. In His ways of conduct, we know that He is gracious. We know that He is mighty. We know that the Holy One, blessed be He, reveals Himself as a mighty warrior and a man of war at the sea and as an elder sitting in the academy at Mount Sinai. What the Holy One, blessed be He, says to Moses, our teacher. Moses asks the Holy One, blessed be He, what is His name? The Holy One, blessed be He, says to him in the Midrash, I am called according to my attributes, according to the ways in which the Holy One, blessed be He, conducts Himself and the ways in which He reveals Himself to us. That is how He is called. These concepts apply to all names of the Holy One. Shaddai means He who said enough to His world. El relates to kindness. Elohim refers to might. Each name reflects a specific mode of conduct. The Shekhinah represents the divine presence and the revelation of the Holy One upon a matter. When the Shekhinah is revealed in a place, it signifies the Holy One dwelling within that thing. Is what we're saying here understood? And this is explained in several places. Wherever there are 10, Tractate Berasho says that wherever 10 people pray, the Shekhinah rests, for God stands in the congregation. When 10 gather, the Shekhinah is present. But what distinguishes the Shekhinah from its indwelling? Since the Holy One fills the entire world, what does Shekhinah specifically mean? According to the Rashba, there is a major discussion on this, though too abstract to detail now, regarding the matter of the Shekhinah's indwelling. The indwelling of the Shekhinah is the revelation of the light of the Holy One, blessed be He, upon specific things, upon the people of Israel, upon 10 from Israel, or the nation as a whole. This is the concept of the indwelling of the Shekhinah. The state of the temple is the indwelling of the Shekhinah. Where God resides, the temple shows His glory, the Holy One's dwelling. For He said, make me a sanctuary to dwell among them. The entire essence of the temple is the revelation of the Holy One, blessed be He. That is why the temple was above nature. 10 miracles occurred there. No, not a single fly was seen in the slaughterhouse, and the meat never spoiled, and they would stand crowded but bow with ample space, standing tightly packed and bowing with room to spare, and the showbread remained fresh. All these miracles that took place in the temple indicate the divine presence dwelling there. Because this is a place that is above nature, since in essence the divine presence dwells there, the light of the Holy One, blessed be He, rests and is present there. As it is said, the Holy One, blessed be He, sits on His throne and is intertwined, as Isaiah says, they fill the sanctuary. The Holy One, blessed be He, desired to have a dwelling place in the lower realms, as written in the portion of Bechukotai, the portion of Nachum, and the portion of Naso. This is the matter of the indwelling of the divine presence. It is the revelation of the Holy One. Blessed be He, where He rests upon the foundation stone, the very place where the entire world was created. The Holy One, blessed be He, rests between the two cherubim in a space that was beyond measure and beyond number. From that place, purity would spread to the entire world. This is the concept of the indwelling of the divine presence. When the temple stands, its presence shows Israel is worthy of the divine presence and the light of the Holy One, blessed be He, to dwell and be revealed within us, allowing us to see Him directly. What is the state of the destruction of the temple? It comes from the temple. A situation where there is no temple is a state of the exile of the divine presence. This indicates that when we are not worthy and we do not do God's will, it means that the divine presence departs. We do not see the divine presence resting upon us, dwelling within us. So naturally it withdraws. Naturally it disappears from our sight. The Holy One, blessed be He, fills the whole earth with His glory. And He fills all the worlds, and no one is outside of all the worlds. He is the place of the world, and the world is His place. But in terms of His revelation, as far as we are concerned, we do not merit to see the inspiration that the Holy One, blessed be He, leads it above nature, that He governs everything, and is present in every single thing in creation. This we do not see. So this is the difference between the time when the temple existed and our time when the temple does not exist. And really, this whole matter is the issue of the destruction of the temple, that we need to know how to draw the Holy One, blessed be He, upon us, how to bring the Holy One, blessed be He, into ourselves. To reveal the Shekhinah of the Holy One, blessed be He, that the Holy One, blessed be He, will rest upon us, that His Shekhinah will dwell within us, that our actions will be rectified. In this way, through our deeds, the temple will be rebuilt. It is through our actions that the temple will be rebuilt. And when, in fact, there is no temple, then the Holy One, blessed be He, so to speak, is without a home. The Holy One, blessed be He, has no home, no place where He can rest His presence. The Shekhinah has nowhere to dwell, no one upon whom to rest. And we, the people of Israel, when the Holy One, blessed be He, and the people of Israel are the Shekhinah, the assembly of Israel, then we too, we are like masters of the house, do not have that connection. We are unable to connect, unable to bond with the Holy One, blessed be He. And essentially the point of this was, what time is it? How much time? 9. We have another class this evening, so I'm trying to figure out what we can do here, what's possible. What is really the matter of exile? In the United States, not for us and not for you, there are many people who, for all sorts of reasons, circumstances of life and various things, are homeless. Supposedly, they live on the street in a very undignified way, very difficult, extremely so. It's a very hard situation for a person to live like that in the cold without always having something to eat. It's very hard. And once in the United States, they asked, how can a person live in such a situation without a home, in the rain, in the cold? How can a person manage to survive? And why? And such a thing, so today, this is also much after the Holocaust. There was during the Holocaust and so on, that when a person is a person, he has a purpose, he has a life, he has a home, he needs to pay the mortgage, he needs to raise the children, he needs to set times for Torah study, he needs to finish this tractate, he has goals, he has children, he has something that drives him, he has a purpose, he is driven by purpose, he has a goal of where he is going. A person who has reached a point in his life where he is not succeeding, he has lost all his purpose in life. So he has no purpose at all. So he lives. He doesn't care how he lives. He doesn't care how he eats. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Why? Because he has no purpose at all. We, the people of Israel, when we are in exile, we have lost our purpose. We don't understand. We think that we're living okay. We think that we have a home. We think that we are present, that we are studying. We think that we have some achievement in Torah. We think that we are wise. We think that we are clever. We think that we have the Iron Dome. We think that we have camels. Each one thinks he has whatever he thinks he has. But we are homeless and we do not know the true purpose. The true purpose is to reveal the light of the Holy One, blessed be He, so that the Holy One will cling to it. As long as we are not attached to the Holy One, blessed be He, we are attached because He is your life and our vitality. All our life is the Holy One, blessed be He. And you shall love the Lord, clinging to Him, because He is your life and our life. As long as we are not attached to the Holy One, blessed be He, and we do not see the Holy One dwelling among us, and we are not clinging to the King, then essentially we have no life and we lose our purpose. What we need to do, our purpose in exile, is to draw upon ourselves this light of redemption, to bring upon ourselves the kingship of the Holy One, blessed be He, in this world. And actually, the matter of the destruction of the temple, there's a lot. Every year there is, for example, stories are always good and always interesting. People hold their heads. I know. No, because afterwards it's going to get a bit worse, so we've only just begun. Has anyone here heard of the wise men of Chelm? Many here haven't heard of them. So, Chelm, there were wise people there. Actually, the Maharsha, I hadn't thought about it, but the Maharsha was the rabbi in Chelm. That's well known. But Chelm had people who were very, very wise, very clever, real know-it-alls, as they say. To give you a bit of an idea of what Chelm was like, let me tell you a short story. The Gabbai of Chelm was an old man, and he had to wake up all the different groups. He would go around every morning, knocking on doors, waking people up for Selishot. But he couldn't wake them up anymore because he was old and couldn't walk. So what did they do? They gathered all the windows and shutters from the entire city, brought them on a wagon to the Gabbai's house and told him, you knock from here and shout, Selisho, Selisho, Selisho. And that way, everyone woke up. They didn't understand the... Another story, or should we get to the point already? Another story. All right, I'll just be telling stories here all night. All right, so they say that once in Chelm, they needed to expand the city. They had to expand the city because it was crowded. The cost of housing was high. The cost of living was high. And people had to move to the periphery, as they say. So, that's what they say. You see, with these things, there was a problem. There was a big mountain there, and they needed to expand, but they couldn't because of the mountain. They didn't know what to do. They said, we'll push the mountain. Everyone showed up at 5 in the morning saying, now we're going to push the mountain so we can expand the city. The city officials, my dear city officials, what did they do? They took off their coats, took off their belongings, took off everything so it would be easier for them to push the mountain. What happened? A few thieves came by, saw all the coats and all the things there, took everything and left. They left them naked and with nothing while they were busy pushing all day long, pushing. Towards evening, they stopped to rest after pushing so much. Great joy arose among them, and they saw that they couldn't see their belongings. They said, we must have gotten very, very far from the city. So that's the wise men of Chelm. So now, stories are nice, but now let's get to the point. Once in Chelm, there was someone who unfortunately fell and died. The Kohanim had to leave. He passed away. They tried to understand what happened. This person died. Why did such a young man die? Why aren't we... They look around and someone comes and says, listen, I know why he died. Why? Why isn't he alive? Why isn't he with us? God forbid, he can't hear. Shouting in his ear does nothing. You see, he's deaf, so he died. Another says, no, he can't see. Testing his eyes shows nothing. He's blind, so he died. That's how he found the cause. A second person says, no, he can't smell, and that's why he died. No, why did he die? Because he can't walk. Everyone gives a different reason. Until a truly wise man comes and says to them, of course he can't see, he can't hear, he can't walk, he can't speak, he can't smell, because he's dead, because his soul has left his body. Why? He had a heart attack, he had all that, whatever it was that he had. All these things are symptoms. They're reasons that happen because as a result of a person dying, he can't see, he can't hear, he can't see, he can't speak. But something else. What was supposed to happen inside? So that the question is about us here. So it's the same for us and for you, for the enemies of Israel. So it's the same with the destruction of the temple. Every year we come to the temple, put up pictures, publicize, and there's a big picture of the temple in flames, and we say, because of baseless hatred, Jerusalem was destroyed. Right? Just like the Gemara says, right? Or they say, why modesty? People aren't strict enough anymore. Enough with modesty. That they descended to the lowest depths, that they began to engage in idolatry, sexual immorality, and bloodshed. What caused and led to all of this? So essentially what caused all these things was the disconnection, that a person was not attached. They were not clinging to the Holy One, blessed be He. When they were not clinging to the Holy One, blessed be He. When there is no attachment to the Holy One, blessed be He, then a person will fall into idolatry, a person will fall into sexual immorality, a person will fall into bloodshed. When a person does not have that constant attachment to the Holy One, blessed be He, when he is not clinging to the King, then naturally he will not listen, he will not see, he will not speak, he will fall into all the things in the world. In order to build the temple, we need to be more careful with guarding our eyes. We need to be more careful with baseless love. We need to keep Shabbat. We need to dress modestly, all of these things. But for a person to reach this, a person needs to correct himself from within. We need to understand that the Holy One, blessed be He, is with us. And to crown the Holy One, blessed be He, over ourselves. And to cling to Him, to be attached to the Holy One, blessed be He. To always be attached to the Holy One, blessed be He. The purpose of the entire Torah is to cling to Him. As written in early sources, we must be attached to the Holy One, blessed be He, to correct these things. The Baal Shem Tov students in Toldot Yaakov Yosef and Degel Machane Ephraim emphasize that redemption is both a collective and an individual matter. To bring about the collective redemption of the people of Israel, a person must first redeem themselves through a personal redemption. As it is said, draw near to my soul, redeem it. When a person brings himself closer to his own personal redemption, he then helps bring about the redemption of all the people of Israel. The Meor Einayim says in Parashat Pinchas, the last portion, that in order to bring the Messiah, a person must rectify his own part that is connected to the stature of the Messiah. For the Messiah to come, each of us needs to rectify our own inner part that is connected to the soul of the Messiah. The soul of the Messiah is a unique soul, a singular level that encompasses all the souls of Israel. And when each person connects to and rectifies his own part, then this illumination of the Messiah is drawn down and continues. When each person rectifies himself in his inner being, when a person brings closer his own inner and personal redemption, this is how a person brings the Messiah closer. And how does a person bring the Messiah closer? What is the matter of this personal redemption? Rabbi Elstein Tov explains, when a person understands that the Holy One, blessed be He, is the King over the entire world and wants to cling to the Holy One, blessed be He, and to be in a constant state of attachment to the Holy One, blessed be He, to always be connected, to always be yearning, to always be attached to the Holy One, blessed be He, this is the personal redemption of each and every individual. And only in this way can a person reach levels in serving God, in guarding the eyes, in holiness, in purity, in success in life, in everything, when a person lives in a state of redemption. A person lives here in exile, but must always remain connected to the dimension of redemption, to be connected to a different dimension. This isn't exactly related, but the Gemara in Tractate Berakot says there, the Gemara is formulated in Berakot and says that a person must, on that day the Lord will be one and His name one. The Gemara says. The sages ask, but until now, is He not one and His name not one? But until now, isn't the Holy One, blessed be He, one? No. The Gemara says, in this time we bless for true goodness and for misfortune, still the true. In the future to come, only for true goodness. The explanation of this Gemara is somewhat based on the words of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, and he disagreed in Siman 9 in Likutei Moharan. But it is more in line with what we discussed according to Rabbi Nachman's words. When a person lives in the dimension where the Holy One, blessed be He, everything that happens to him is for the good, and it is all from the Holy One, blessed be He, and the person understands that this entire world is only a revelation of the Holy One, blessed be He, and everything that anyone says to you, and every problem and everything you have in life, it is all signs from the Holy One, blessed be He, and it is all a revelation of the Holy One, blessed be He, that the Holy One, blessed be He, is calling out to you from within creation, I want you to come closer to me, you are my child. Such a person lives in a dimension of redemption because the person understands, he hears the messages, hears the hints that are being said in heaven, that the Holy One, blessed be He, is speaking to him. He understands that it is all divinity. Therefore, he does not live in a state of exile, he lives in a different state, he lives in the dimension of the future to come, in a semblance of the world to come. He lives in this world, lives in our reality, but he is connected to the future to come. The holy Baal Shem Tov says that the place where a person is, the place where a person's thoughts are, that is where the person truly is. And when a person thinks about good deeds, good things, good thoughts, thinks about the Holy One, blessed be He, then while alive, a person is in Gan Eden with his body and his soul. In order for there to be free choice, we do not feel it, but the person is truly in Gan Eden, right next to the Holy One, blessed be He. When a person does not do the will of God, when a person thinks bad thoughts or lets his mind wander to bad places, even when he is in the synagogue, if he thinks bad thoughts, at that moment, says the Baal Shem Tov, the person is truly in Gehinnom, standing right inside Gehinnom. Incidentally, our holy rabbi says, the Holy One, blessed be He, is our place in the finest gold of Ophir. About this, King David says, of David, the Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? He says, when a person is connected to the Creator all day, then in essence, his entire life is there. Since one's life is where his thoughts are, by staying attached, he was always in Gan Eden, at the center of the Creator. But if one's thoughts weren't constantly on the Creator, where was he? God forbid, he was just thinking of idle things. He arrives in heaven, right? They will say to him, hello sir, who are you? Who am I? Who are you? Where are you from? But those devoted to the Holy One, blessed be He, enter without question, they just let him in. He tells David, the Lord is my light and salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is my life's stronghold, of whom shall I be afraid? If the Holy One is with me when I reach heaven, I have nothing to fear. They won't ask who I am, they'll let me in right away. That's what Rabbi Kamara says, but. So the sages ask, as the Gemara says, on that day the Lord will be one and His name one. In the future, it will be revealed that the Holy One, blessed be He, illuminates all of creation. Both the good and the bad stem from Him alone. The sages not only know that the Holy One, blessed be He, is one and that everything is for the good, but they live as if that future is already here. They live in a reality where everything is good and everything is the Holy One, blessed be He, and His name one. So they ask, but what right now is it not that He is one and His name is one? We even in this time live in that reality. So no, in terms of reality, truly, in terms of the blessing, we will recite, blessed is the true judge whenever someone passes away. We do not live in a reality of redemption, but in our minds, in our lives, we are in a sort of world to come. We have, as it were, a window to the future that shines upon us, and we live in attachment, and the reality of the world to come, I hope everyone understands, these are truly wondrous things, and this is essentially what the Meir Einayim says in Parashat Ha'azinu, that this is the reality, and this is all our hope in this time when we are in exile. All the consolation of the people of Israel is this knowledge, as the Gemara says in Tractate Megillah, page 29, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, I am with him in trouble. Knowing God is with us in everything is the ultimate reality and consolation. We have a direct connection. He is attached to us. Exile is simply when a person does not know this. In Vayakhel and other holy texts, it is explained that the exile of Egypt is actually an exile of knowledge. As Rabbi Nehorai taught, this means a person fails to realize the Creator is right beside them, even in times of trouble. That very suffering is actually his radiance. The concealment of his face exists only to eventually reveal his light, which cannot manifest except through the darkness. This concerns the Egyptian exile and our personal house of bondage, being inside this narrow place. Our task now is to draw down the light of redemption, bringing the light of the Holy One. Blessed be He who dwells even within these constraints. And in fact, the whole matter of the destruction of the temple, the Gemara in Tractate Ta'anit says, and also in Tractate Sota on page 39, the Gemara says regarding what the Holy One, blessed be He, said, you cried a cry for nothing, and I will establish for you a cry for generations. What did the people of Israel cry about? What did the people of Israel cry about? It is written in the book of Deuteronomy. What did the people of Israel cry about? About the land. What did they say? What did they say? Yes, but the wording of the verse, what is it? And you murmured in your tents and said, because the Lord hates us, He brought us out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. What did they say? Because the Lord hates us. They say, the Holy One, blessed be He, hates me. The Holy One, blessed be He, does not love me. No, I'm not saying that now. Don't bring me down to that level to say that Hashem never loves me. That's not what I mean. Of course, the Holy One, blessed be He, always loves you. But that doesn't mean the person says, the Holy One, blessed be He, hates me. The Holy One, blessed be He, wants me. The Holy One, blessed be He, wants you. The Holy One, blessed be He, can't bring the redemption. Until every Jew clings to God and understands He is the only King over the world and that their entire existence is Him and the only reality is to yearn for Him, only then will redemption come. So what is the wisdom of the temple? It's a response to those saying, because of God's hatred for us, He hates us. The Baal Shem Tov, the Holy One, says, he was told in the Torah portion of Vayera, the Baal Shem Tov was told in heaven, why hasn't the Messiah come? People often lack the profound love found in the Ashkenazi style, yet God loves us with everlasting love, showing mercy despite our flaws. Everything the Creator does is out of this great love. Knowing this brings redemption as one realizes everything, even exile, is simply the Creator's light, as we will see. As it is written, Isaiah the prophet says, from afar the Lord appeared to me. How does it continue? Who knows? What? Who said, with everlasting love I have loved you? With everlasting love and with eternal love I have loved you, and therefore I have drawn you with kindness. What is the connection between the beginning of the verse and the end of the verse? Yes, it is only because from afar the Lord appeared to me. The Holy One, blessed be He, allows Himself to reach distant places. From afar the Lord appeared to me. You don't see the Holy One, blessed be He. You feel small, you can't serve God, you can't pray with intention, you can't study, you can't succeed, you don't understand the learning, you can't pray. But precisely in this dark place, when you hold on to the Holy One, blessed be He, with both hands and don't want to let go of Him, with everlasting love I have loved you, therefore I have drawn you with kindness, you must not let go. It is precisely from this place of distance that the light is revealed, that in fact He has removed from me the offering that restores my soul. From this very distance from the offering and from the Holy One, blessed be He, there my soul is restored. From this distance, that is where the vessels are formed for a person, so that he can serve the Holy One, blessed be He, with expansiveness. And essentially, there is actually a concept in what is called psychology. I think that we don't really understand these things. We mostly discuss them in the study hall, but there is something called defense mechanisms. There may be people here who understand this better than I do. I don't understand it at all. But a person who is caught up in various addictions, or even not necessarily an addiction to something specific, but rather bad character traits that a person needs to work on and improve in himself, there are all sorts of mechanisms at play. A person is close to himself and doesn't want to accept criticism, doesn't want to have someone preach morals to him. So because of that, a person is, so to speak, he distances himself as if from knowing. There's like a mechanism of concealment where he pushes it away from himself. So there are several stages. The first stage is called repression. A person represses reality. Doesn't want to hear, doesn't want to know. He'll even say, no, that's not true, not true, what you're saying, you're impulsive, you're angry, you're addicted to this, you're addicted to your phone, you're addicted to everything with your own issues. He represses it, not true. After that, a person goes into denial. What are you talking about? No way, it's not like that, that's denial. And then after that, there's projection. The person projects it. No, it's true, I did get closer. You know why? My mother, my grandmother, my aunt, I had a friend who told me this and that when I was little. When this happened, you don't know where I come from. Don't judge me by how I look. My grandfather was a rabbi. My grandmother used to put on tefillin. My grandfather used to cut the challah on Shabbat. All these things, right? So this is what's called, as long as a person is in a state of repression, projection, yes, that's not in the Gemara, it's not fair. No, that I remember all this, but as long as a person is in a state of repression, in a state of denial, you can't do anything with them. When a person doesn't understand that they have a problem, then there's nothing you can do with them. There's no way to help them to solve the problem. When a person understands that I have a problem, but it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of him, because of this and that, then at least there's someone to talk to and there's a way to direct things. All year long, we're coming out of a state of repression and denial. We say, God is with us in exile. God is here with us at home. It's Passover, and so on. We don't look at the state of the exile of the Shekhinah. We don't understand that we are actually disconnected from God during this time, the 3 weeks. That's when denial begins. What does that mean? Each of us understands. We have a given situation. Everyone talks about it. God is in exile. God has no home. The Shekhinah has no home. Everyone understands this and everyone knows it. There's nothing to argue about. Now it starts with, it's because of so-and-so, and it's because those people don't do this, and those people don't do that, and those people don't do the other. Here one can already begin to realize that a person himself should know how to cling to and connect with God. And really that's the whole point. Yes. How much time will it be? What time is it? What time is it? 9:16. And actually the work during Bein HaMetzarim is the revelation that God is within the narrowness, within the straits. From the straits I called out, all her pursuers overtook her between the straits. That her pursuers overtook her between the straits, that specifically between these two straits. From the pressure, from the constraints that elevated the temple, then it is revealed. The light of the Holy One, blessed be He. The light of the Holy One, blessed be He. And actually also, all the work according to the teachings of our master, the Arizal, is based on the introduction that during the period of Bein HaMetzarim, the 3 weeks, the intention is focused on the concept of the divine name Havaya in a state of very great concealment, a very great distance. There is the name Havaya as it appears in its written form, Yud, He, Vav, He, which it is forbidden to pronounce, and there are holy names that are derived, as it were, by taking the letters backwards. The Yud becomes a Tit, the Yud becomes a Dalet, the Vav becomes a He, the Vav becomes a Dalet. And by the way, what else? The Vav Zayin Vav combination stems from Terat HaMachshava, names where letters like Yud are transformed. This is the focus during Bein HaMetzarim, a time of great distance where the Creator's name feels hidden or denied, yet from that very place, illumination is revealed. A Midrash says, and I'll read the text before sharing the Ari's incredible interpretation, that the Holy One comes and speaks. You won't believe it. Psalm says, by Asaph, God, nations invaded your land and defiled your temple. The Midrash asks why this is a psalm rather than a lament. It should be mourning and grief. God, nations entered your inheritance. Why then call it a psalm? So it is written in the Midrash, enough for Asaph. Asaph was jealous. And why does it say a psalm of Asaph? Rather, it is like a parable of a king who made a wedding canopy for his son and prepared a feast and decorated it. But his son went astray. Immediately, the king went up to the canopy, tore the curtains, and broke the poles. Yet the son's tutor took a bundle of the poles and began to sing. And they said to him, the king destroyed his son's canopy, and you sit and sing? He replied, I am singing because he destroyed his son's canopy and did not pour out his wrath on his son. The Holy One, blessed be He, the Midrash says here, what did the Holy One, blessed be He, do? When the people of Israel sinned and did not follow the way of God, the Holy One, blessed be He, poured out His wrath on wood and stone. In fact, the people of Israel should have been completely destroyed in the temple. And the Holy One, blessed be He, through this hiding of His face, what did He do? He destroyed the temple instead of destroying the people of Israel. And this is the greatest revelation, that all the troubles and everything that comes upon us, it is only so that the Holy One, blessed be He, for the sake of the eternity of Israel, will not destroy them. And actually I said, and they are missing a lot, I will finish with this. And actually, as we said earlier, let's complete what we mentioned before, the parable told by the Magid of Kozhnitz. The parable says, in any case, that when the king is in exile, when the king is not in his palace, anyone can approach the king. At this time, each of us can approach the king and crown him over us during this period of exile to connect with the king's sorrow. But what then? When the king is in exile, you can't come and ask the king for favors or request all sorts of things from him or ask him for various benefits. Why is that? The king is in exile. The king himself lacks everything. What is it that you can do? You can crown the king and connect and attach yourself to the king's sorrow. Afterwards, when the king returns to his palace, then he will give and he will remember for good those who were with him during the time of exile. It's the same during this period of Bein HaMetzarim, the 3 weeks. Many times people think that only when they reach a very high level in serving God, only when they are in a state of exile, only when they manage to pray there, manage to serve God, manage to cling to Him, only then are they in a good state. If it's not everything, then it's all or nothing. If I can't manage to pray for an hour and a half, and if I can't manage to study the Gemara properly, and if I can't understand the Torah lessons, and if I'm not succeeding in life, and if I don't see the hand of God. On the condition that the Holy One, blessed be He, helps me and gives me divine assistance and performs miracles for me, miracles beyond nature, within nature. Yes, if it's not like that, if a person doesn't see Elijah the prophet coming and helping him in life, then he thinks he doesn't need the Holy One, blessed be He. A person forgets about God. And there's the well-known story, the man who was looking for a parking spot and said, God, help me find a parking spot. And then he found a spot and said, all right, I managed on my own. That's basically what we all do. And the fundamental point here, what we come to learn from the ancient Egyptians, is the realization that this perspective is simply not correct. The great sage, the Emor Einayim, says, the Emor Einayim in his commentary on Parashat Ha'azinu clearly explains to us that when a person is attached, it concerns the building and destruction of the temple. When the temple exists, the divine presence dwells there. Serving the Creator in exile while experiencing great illumination is the temple standing in its glory. After all, a person is a sanctuary. Make me a sanctuary and I will dwell among them, as King David says in Psalms. And he placed his tent among men, and the temple of the Lord are they, as it is written in Jeremiah. A person himself is a temple. And when a person is in a state of redemption, when he sees the Holy One, blessed be He, and he has blessing, and he has abundance, and he has success, this is called a state in which the temple exists, the building of the temple. When a person is in a time of smallness, when a person is in a time of difficulty, when a person is in a time of destruction within himself, of hardship, of struggle, this is called a state of the destruction of the temple. The destruction of the temple. And Meir Einayim says, even in this time of the destruction of the temple, a person, the main work is not when the temple exists. Our main work is when the temple is destroyed. When the temple is destroyed, we need to serve the Holy One, blessed be He, with the same devotion we had when the temple stood. We must serve even in the time when there is no temple. Just as the Gemara says, he clothes the words of the Gemara in the Mishnah, in Tractate Musadot, page Mem, side A, about Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai instituted that people should wave the lulav even outside the temple, that they should blow the shofar, that they should wave the lulav even outside the temple. This concept is a remembrance of the temple. Though the temple is gone and we cannot perform its service, we still commemorate it. We don't change the original service. Lacking sacrifices, we establish 3 prayers. Instead of waving the lulav inside, we wave it outside for 7 days. Not just on the first day. Not just on the first day, but for 7 days. Our task in exile is to serve in our own time, to know that even when we are in a state of smallness, we must serve the Holy One, blessed be He, at the same level and in the same way as we do during the time of exile. Do not step down from your level. When a person descends from his level, when he is in exile, he cannot reach even within exile. Whoever does not cling to the king and does not wish to draw near, to cleave, and to connect with the king while he is in exile, the king will not remember him when he returns to his palace. When a person is not connected to the Holy One, blessed be He, while he is in the house of constraints. But when a person cleaves to the Holy One, blessed be He, even while in the house of constraints, that is what opens the gateway for him to Rosh Hashanah. And now I will try to say something a bit deeper. I hope it will be understood, but with God's help, the Holy One, blessed be He, will give strength and heavenly assistance. There is a concept in the teachings of our master, the Ari, the Arizal. There is a concept in the teachings of our master, the Arizal, that raises a question, a reality. Everything in the world, the Arizal says, is divided into lights and vessels. A person is divided into body and soul. The light is the soul of a person. The spirit that gives him life, that is the light. And the vessel is the vessel of the person. And the vessel is the body of the person. The person himself, in essence, it is explained that this is not, well, let's put that aside for now. Body and soul, light and vessel. Everything in the world is divided into light and vessels. There is the outer shell, and there is the thing itself, and the light that gives it life. Just as there is a cup of water, and there is the purpose of the cup, which is the water that fills it. And there is a well-known introduction, and there is a question regarding the words of our teacher, the Ari, about what is higher. Is it this vessel, or is it the more inner, more refined aspect, that which is attached to the light, into which the light enters, the water itself, the cup of water? What is more refined, the light, the cup itself, the inner part of the cup into which the water enters, into which the light enters, or the outer part of the vessel that faces outward? Which one is more pure, more rectified? The human body, what is more refined, the inner part or the outer part? The inner part, the main organs are the heart, the lungs, not the outer part. So there is a question in the words of our teacher, the Ari, which is higher. And the conclusion there is as follows. We won't go into too much detail. Let's try to simplify it as much as possible. In terms of illumination, the light that is inside the vessel is greater than the light that is. There is light that is inside the vessel and light that surrounds it. We have tefillin, as we know, we have a talit and tefillin. The talit is an aspect of surrounding light. It surrounds the person. Every person has something like an aura, like a light that surrounds him. And it gives him vitality that surrounds him. But it's not a light that is attached to him. It's a light that hovers over him from all around. All right then, let's try to break down and explain all of these different things. So our teacher, the Ari, says that the surrounding light, he says that the vessel, its external side, is visible to our sense of sight. We see that the body is thicker, coarser than its inner part. Why? Because inside, the light gives life to the soul. The soul gives life to the body from within, with such a strong light that it fills it completely. The entire body is essentially the soul, the whole human body. What actually moves the body is the soul that is inside the body. That's what illuminates it. Outwardly, we don't see the illumination in such a great way, and that's why it seems that the inner part is greater than the outer part. But the light of the external part should actually be higher than that of the inner part. Why? Because the external part is exposed to the outside world, it is exposed to the light outside. So naturally, it needs to be stronger, and not just stronger, but on a higher level, so that it can absorb the richness outside and exist in reality. I hope this was understood here, or maybe it wasn't so clear. Yes, it's work. Yes? And this is the difference between the destruction of the temple and the time when the temple existed compared to the time when the temple does not exist. When the temple existed, we saw that the temple was there were all the miracles, the divine presence was revealed in the temple. People worshipped idols, committed murder, engaged in forbidden sexual relations, all the transgressions in the Torah, and yet you were in the temple. In the temple, as the prophet Ezekiel describes, anyone who studied the first chapters, chapter 8 and others, God protect us, they worshipped idols inside the temple itself. What ugly idol worship they practiced there inside the temple? How can this be? And seemingly, in our time, we don't have idol worship, we don't have bloodshed, and we don't have all kinds of such things. Idol worship today is the phones. Bloodshed is certainly not lacking, but in principle. So it is explained according to the words of our teacher, the Ari. The Ari himself doesn't say this, but this is how our sages interpret it. Essentially, when the temple stood, the light within the temple was so great. It was an inner light. The light inside the temple was so immense in terms of the vessels. The light was too weak for the vessels. People couldn't bring it into action. They were unable to make it accessible. Because of this, they would serve God at the temple, yet also turn to Baal. And until when will you keep wavering between two opinions, says Elijah? They exist in both holiness and impurity. Spiritually, the light is immense, yet their actions distance them from the Creator. While the temple once stood, we now live externally. Having left that sacred center, we remain outside, not by discarding our attachment to the Creator, but through our current state. Our actions show the Torah expanding and growing. This great light exists externally, yet the difference is, and our task is essentially to connect our work with the service of the temple, to connect and restore the inner aspect, to align the inner with the outer, to draw down the light of the temple, to continue this light, and to remain attached to the Holy One. Blessed be He during this time of exile. And how do we cling to the Holy One? Blessed be He. Through the Torah, by engaging in and cleaving to the Torah, a person merits the light of the Holy One. Blessed be He. And this is what the Gemara says in Tractate Devarim, page 81a, and in Tractate Bava Metzia, page 81b, that the Gemara says, the wise man will understand. The wise man, who is the wise man? The wise man will understand this. The sages asked, they asked the prophets, but they did not explain it. Why was the land lost? The Holy One, blessed be He, said, because they abandoned my Torah. When people are not connected to the Holy One, the world and the temple cannot endure. What sustains the temple is our connection to the Torah. As long as we cleave to it, as noted in Tractate Chagiga of the Jerusalem Talmud, the matter is complete. Yes, it is written in the Jerusalem Talmud. It is written in the Jerusalem Talmud in the order of Chagiga. We have found that the Holy One, blessed be He, forgave Israel for idolatry, for sexual immorality, and for bloodshed for their actions, but for the neglect of Torah, He did not forgive. What is the reason? And the Lord said, it does not say here that it was because they committed idolatry, sexual immorality, or bloodshed. Rather, it says, and the Lord said, because they have forsaken my Torah. Rava said in his lifetime, they have abandoned me, Father, the gate is broken. If they had abandoned me, but kept my Torah, its light would have brought them back. The ultimate purpose of the Torah is to cleave to the Creator for the Creator, like a glassblower's breath into glass. The Holy One, blessed be He, placed His own essence into the Torah, so that our way to cleave to the Holy One, blessed be He, is through the Torah. And if we are not attached to this point, that we understand within the Torah that the Holy One, blessed be He, to cleave to the Holy One, blessed be He, that the ultimate purpose is all to be attached to the Holy One, blessed be He, then we do not hear, we do not see, we are not the same, but the ultimate purpose of everything is forgiveness. The fact that we do not see, that we do not hear, that we do not walk, why is that? It is because we lack a soul, because we are unable to maintain holiness and purity, because we are unable to study Torah, because we are unable to perform mitzvot. All of this, why is it so? It is because we lack a soul, we do not have the light of the Holy One, blessed be He within us. We need to ignite this light of the Holy One, blessed be He. We need to kindle this fire that is inside to awaken and reveal the light of Hashem. May He be blessed, to understand that everything is only from the Holy One, blessed be He, and to cling to Him through good deeds, mitzvot, and Torah study. This is what gives us life, this is what gives us this light, and this is what brings upon us the light of redemption with God's help. We need to continue to another lesson, God willing, in Ashdod. So, with God's help, we really need to be here, with God's help. May there be blessing and success for the homeowner, good people here in Yeruham, the homeowner Rabbi Nissim, and the whole family, whom we have known for a long time as good, righteous people. The Honorable Rabbi also loves them very much with God's help. So may Hashem grant us, with God's help, blessing and success in all matters.